everyone, my name is Tina and this is my persuasive speech. I think that at some point in our life, all of us have spent a huge amount of money on something we value. Because it's our hardworking money, many of us tend to take better care of that item. But what if that item was being handed to us for free? That level of care might not be the same. Now, I want you guys to apply that same idea and concept into higher educations. After carefully analyzing data from reliable sources, I believe that education should never be completely free. It should be affordable, but it should never be completely free. Now, I understand that free education might seem like a benefit to a lot of people, especially financially disadvantaged family at first, but it actually doesn't. While many college and university require students to pay a large sum of money, some students are lucky enough to receive scholarship that lessen that burden. However, for the majority of the student, the cost of higher education can reach up to $100,000, which is why free education might sound like a deal at first. Trust me, personally, when I first heard about free educations, I like it a lot too, because I get to get a degree without paying a single dime. But after digging into the topic a little bit more, I'm glad that we have to pay for our educations, and here's why. Free education can lower student motivations, reduce the quality of educations, and affect the educational system. Instead, what we should focus on is making college more affordable for students and increasing the access to scholarships. When higher education becomes free, almost everyone will try to enroll themselves in college, no matter who they are, leading to overcrowding in both the campus and the classroom. This can make it harder to get into top competitive school or even just your local college in general. By Matma Outlook 2024. While free education can help financially disadvantaged family, it is not always fair for students who take their education seriously. Free education might attract students who take advantage of the system and feel the need to get a degree in their hand, but don't actually value the opportunity that college offers, by Henschner Report 2021. Another concern is the negative impact on the private university. Public universities are often being funded and helped by the government, but as for private institutions, they don't receive that same support. If education becomes free across the board, many private universities may struggle to compete with their competitor, especially if they still end up charging students a huge amount of money while all of their competitors remain free. By the Daily Economy 2020. When people pay for something with their own money, they are most likely to take it seriously. If education is being completely free, some students might not feel that same level of responsibility and commitment, which could lead to problems such as skipping class or dropping out early before they could even graduate. By West Side Story 2022. Studies have shown that when people are given something for free, especially something that is huge in money or is valuable, they often don't appreciate it as much as when they were to pay for it. Just like students receiving free educations, they may not feel the need to put in effort knowing that if they didn't have to work for it, and even if they don't finish their educations, they don't have to have any consequences. By Wikipedia 2023. Additionally, schools have a limited capacity. Even if the exams are lower to avoid overcrowding, that doesn't guarantee that the student will complete their educations because they didn't lose anything even if they don't finish their education. By Pristina Procon 2022. Rather than making education completely free, we should continue to support the current system, but improve it by offering more scholarships based on how the student performs in school. This way, students will stay motivated, knowing that if they don't perform well, they may lose their scholarships, which in result, they will have to pay more for their educations. By U.S. Department of Education 2023. Students should expect to pay for their education, but the cost should be varied based on the family income. This is to ensure the fairness while encouraging a sense of responsibility for every single student equally, by Federal Aid Student 2022. To further help student success, schools should invest in more counselor and academic support so that students don't feel alone when facing challenge, lowering the chances of student dropping out. By National Academic Advising Associate 2023. In conclusion, while free education might sound like a good deal at first, it can actually decrease motivation to reduce education quality and imbalance across the educational system. I believe that every student should pay for something. Not a lot that lead to them being buried in generational debt, but just enough so that they can be engaged and just keep that commitment level. Education is a serious matter, and students should treat it like one from the second they enroll themselves in the campus. Free education might weaken that sense of responsibility that we're looking for in students, which is why making it affordable and not free is a better solution. Thank you everyone for listening to my speech today.